Welcome to a long, and I have to say again, long edition. Long, long edition of the Wrestling Tears podcast. And Gary Wrestling Tears podcast, we have discussed a lot of stuff for a while, right? And this Wrestling Tears podcast, we've done the live edition. This one is going to be a bit different too. It's going to be a really long podcast for us to stick together for how long it's going to be. There's no duration. It's because there's a lot of stuff to cover in here. This podcast is going to have reviews in them, methods of Raw, SmackDown, and everything that's happening in professional wrestling that we can keep up to. And fix things like what's happening with the Avengers saga in WWE with Cody and the Ross and the Bloodline and the Set and the Avengers Assembled, if that's happening, and the Rocky storyline, if that is a thing, over to AEW, with AEW's news also coming up, and is AEW being put on Prime, because Tony Khan said that, I think last year, he said that it would be moving to it would be moving to HBO Max, their main broadcaster. Makes sense. Like AEW's Warner Brothers Discovery, that's what their relationship is. AEW talent and all AEW television happens on Warner Brothers Discovery's channel. So WED, AEW's a big part of that franchise, and so Tony Khan said something like that. I think this was really made up. This was not. It was made up, but it's a made up thing. Tony Khan, well, didn't apparently still not happen. It's still on pay per view. We're watching them fight or something. So, anyways, and we're watching on cable. That's something else you're sitting there WWE for a while. So AEW on television is something else. I'm saying AEW has streaming service. This is what we actually might need to get into talking about this. This is something we need to really get into talking about right there, because this is something, it's something technical enough. Okay. So again, there's been this from probably, so was talked about other Wrestling Stars podcast before too, as it has been always talked about on the Wrestling Stars podcast. Even sorry. Pretty much stop here. I think that had. So it is. All right, this not working. All right. Well, TBS is their streaming service currently. I think TBS does have an app where you can watch AEW's Dynamite, but what are their really pay-per-views on? See, so this is a place where it tells you if AEW has, pay-per-views and stuff. And heading to Max in 2024. And we are waterway. We're heading into April now, at the end of early 2024, and no AEW still on Max, but still, that's what was really predicted, and as we already talked about on rights and whatever, this is the start rate, WWE buying it or whatever. I think this is the long little thing we discussed, but that was with WWE and both. WWE rights and their deals on it, but it was, again, we talk about HBO Max, right? A platform that served with DC and other popular stuff on it. But DC is like a big part. Like Marvel runs through Disney Plus. HBO Max has DC stuff on it. So the DC stuff, is like what's a big part of HBO Max. It is a big good following, but apparently it's not going to happen. Apparently now AEW is heading to Prime. That's what I've been noticing recently. AEW is heading over to Prime. Well, AEW is already has some part on Prime Video. The beginning all late, but there are rumors that it could happen. It's not talked about really, but there are rumors that it can happen that AEW can be headed to Prime for Chantress. I think it is on Prime list. I believe so. It is now. It is. Maybe it is on Prime now. I just said I think it's on Prime. Well, Dynamite's on Prime. The problem was the pay-per-views or none of it. Obviously, that stuff can be on Prime. That's a great option. Again, a died gears. A do the Prime those, will there be maybe the Aiden Forbidden Door pay-per-view? It was more reported it's heading to but they already have some stuff on it Prime anyway. So it's a smart decision. Netflix and Prime Video are like up there, top. Like they can go head to head. Where it is no Disney Plus in some countries, it could have like ratio match. There's like Netflix at Prime's at WWE, and I did this. Now we're gonna be on Weedo. We're gonna lose the TBS and bullshit and other fucking crap, and we're gonna move on to now streaming platforms of professional wrestling on it. So the thing is, AEW will be heading to Prime, and then WWE is already heading to Netflix. That'd be real more, because that's really smart too for both of them. $3 only. It was moving on. This is again a fantastic tape for AEW. It's heading to kind good on them, man. But there were the rumors again from HBO Labs and now Prime, and I think it's a big chance they might go on Prime. We'll see for what happens with watching this story. It's pretty much talked about enough on the story. Now we need to talk about Triple H. Triple H and GCW. Is there a working relationship? Because it's been reported. So the chain of base are appearing at Bloodsport X. You of course, shed it on and what did you see that yeah, it's an independent scholarship people like and then wrestle or fight on. As anyways, Bloodsport X. So competitors can judge Barnett. So on April 4th, a scene of Baszler will be appearing on this show. So I think there's a chance. So let's just get into more details here. This Thursday, let's Levy Comic appear that immense bar reports to see a lot of its same message the ed as they mix Paul to relate to the back with we since this to their events. This is so true. Events you are not allowed to even talk about a company, especially if they're hot and if they're fucking like you're not gonna talk with her and they don't exist. It's all WWE. It's all WWE. That's the world that we used to live under Fins. And good that that's changing now. That only WWE, that's it. He's fully wrestled, learned, wrestled all of the only WWE. So, it's pretty cool actually that they let wrestlers that So according to Fightful, Sean Ross Sapp, that bitch asshole that everybody yells is fucking Sean Ross Sapp. Come on. So Sapp from Kentucky. Anyways, I'm really coming to the Sean Ross Sapp. It's a very short report about right out here. I can't hear the rest of their thoughts. The past occasions that it refused their request. So WWE has refused a request before makes sense because, it was under still Vince probably. And part of that again has known Triple H personally and reached out when using Basler, and then Marlon has known Triple H. It's clear there's to be like at the show. And this is the cool thing. Working for a company as GCW and you're still, involved with WWE still. Or Bloodsport, you're still involved with WCW. Right, WWE, WCW. That's that. It's a cool thing. I think it's the really top level aspect by the WWE to do this because it'll bring the fans there. It's good for competition, and it's just good for bringing fans to your show in any way. That's why I really want that TNA relationship to work, because the minutes I can watch, this might be my next topic, but the minutes I can watch TNA enough, it is not that enough to watch TNA, alright? It is not that enough to watch TNA. TNA is cool, but it's not that enough to watch TNA. Like, I love the TNA. I really do like it, where it's not like current stuff and wrestling overshadows for me to check it out. And that's why I know how good TNA is, even, but still, I've checked it recently, but not able to check out most of it. It's because of World Wrestling. It's so fucking good right now. And it's just the World Wrestling that gets some had for it. Always this thing on the Road Wrestling. WWE it's always on, might be the best build always. But the build does really matter. Build matters now as we know more and more years. But it was just a freaking Road WrestleMania. Because if you're a kid watching, you find that too. But you're one of watching professional, you're a fucking wrestling mark you wouldn't know the shit about. They're like, oh, I fucking hate this build. This didn't suck. Where a kid watching, you're just watching and find it. So the Road WrestleMania is especially just all around a little bit terrible looking at team. Anyways, moving on to but TNA. Like TNA again, it'll be nice. It'll get more fans. I would be involved more in TNA. Someone will be watching TNA. I don't know if they guys watch, but we don't watch TNA that much on this TW, but not people watch it separately a lot. But yeah, it's interesting what TNA, what's in there though. And I don't know for it. This was also recorded at Mustang Cup, but I was getting to this then. Spot Demore, and they were the TNA a lot more reached up to like TNA management, and then those letters that to this is Scott Demore. And the problem with Scott Demore they release now that the report is getting more rating and more time what's TNA here is Scott Demore at big ambitions for TNA. Do you want TNA to be huge? You wanted it to be, and they didn't feel like it is, and he was thinking they thought it out of its mind, so they fired him. So that's a fucking stupid thing to do. Still firing somebody really that way. Yeah, I would say the same thing for WWE with it, then for the other fucking reason, budget cut. The budget cut, firing talent for a reason. Also, some of the talent were barely used. If you think about it, they didn't even want to be WWE. You could tell. But some of the talent did want to be WWE, and they were actually led to go by budget cuts and they was something else. I don't think it always seems to be. Yeah, I think it was perfectly accurate and it makes sense. So again, crazy thinking about for restaurants and again another report. We're gonna get into more stuff here. The Rock is using all dirty language, swearing here and there, like fuck your story and everything. All of a sudden, sure now, but still, he's really into the pattern, and it's been given and knowing by the to the WWE headquarters or whatever WWE that you can't that every other shirt is not allowed to use profanity, and this is with the ultimate other superstar these crosswords in India, the why does the Rock gets a special treatment and stuff, and that makes sense because everybody else who get it too was this is something that it's not fair that the Rock is the big tower to just gets and he's the freaking boss to kill and stuff. And Rock completely shat on this support. He was like, he said some fucking ass shit on this. He called bullshit on this report, on his story. Anyways, I think they talked about a lot of stuff related to reports and stuff. Now, but when we did discuss like dirt and stuff, rumors or reports, which we do, that's also because of the long podcast held together at your sleep because it would take forever and ever to go. So we're gonna really go back now. So now we're done with this. We're gonna get into AEW first. Man, it's been a couple of great weeks. So I have to say something about AEW. So as you see, SW did a live stream on Sting's last match, STW, and watched it. Not a lot of like proper YouTube members, but still we're like they were people like you should there was many people watching the live fail or something. So like a lot of people watched it, I think, and it is a fun live stream. It's fun to do it. I mean, it was fun to see Bloodshed last match. All those people winning it out because how ever does that old off about so Sting that was so anyways, I'm gonna say that. But yes, and watching Sting's last match in professional wrestling of all time is the best thing that I've seen. Like the emotions and the feeling towards Sting, the feeling towards the Tyrant. So, Revolution was a fucking great show. To me, it was not overbooked. Really good show. Really pulled it out. To me, the women's match again was a bit different, but we're not remember most we're talking about AEW after Evolution. So someone retains. We get into that. We already talked about this. Now we get into AEW Dynamite. So AEW Dynamite so and so. And the first thing you notice is that this change the stage. Like holy shit. Okay. Dynamite this logo had been really before, but it was not really out. So this new stage with Tyler's coming back, I was like, okay, the stage is good. I'm kind of back in AEW. To give good feeling of AEW, and then but the thing that from that show was with Will Ospreay. I think he was on the show, but I don't know. I might not be wrong, or right or wrong. In this it was Kazuchika Okada making his mistake. It started as EVP, which I think they should keep their name EVPs. And I wish Pump was there for a bit, so if he could have gone and left AEW at least, they could have really benefited AEW with that EVP storyline, and I could have loved it. EVPs, not plug the Young Bucks because that was their character. So the EVPs, Matt Smith against Jackson, made a beeline for themselves against Eddie Kingston. Who came out, they tried to, calm him down. Then out of nowhere, Okada comes, and and nobody expected Okada. The expectation wasn't about bigness; it was a shock and thought, and it was getting, the little reports coming out that Okada is going to AEW and the fall because WWE, and it made sense too. All right, so now I'm move on from that. Next week, a big business now. Mercedes Moné. We talked about bigness at Wrestlers podcast before. You said why big business in Boston, and I said the Boston word at Wrestlers podcast here because holy hell, big business is booming with the CEO. That's the champ. Mercedes Moné, it's all elite, comes out of the banger theme, in my opinion, breakdown. CEO, no longer Sasha Banks, no longer the boss. She's the damn CEO. She's the head of everything. She is the face, CEO, I saw an interview on some news broadcast channel. I don't know what the fuck is going on over there. Over Mercedes Moné at 25. Instead fucking lesson article was here. And it was on, yeah, Toad Khan, really paid her a damn big bag. WWE was gonna offer her the same money that, Tony Khan, and she wanted to go to, she rather went to AEW, and the work was with Mercedes when we did this. WWE was gonna offer her same couch to the retire. She was gonna, retire as a team up with Naomi and win back this tag team championships. That was going to be the book, and she didn't want to do that, and she chose to go to AEW. The WWE apparently was offering the same money. Each reports might not be sure, might be the state reported thing. You don't know something the reports come out. They're not out as all this trade. There was reports for fun future one boy, and they were fucking fast. But like, they were that, and they're like, she didn't, and the expectation they went too far. I mean, John Moxley and Chris Jericho, CM on. If EFL was like, no, I'm not about it. Like, things like, yeah. So, Norne is all elite. She comes out with Tony Schiavone, talks with her, says that she revolutionized in professional wrestling or something. Then she comes out, saves Willow Nightingale. I think next week she gets attacked. I don't know, they're getting around probably. But still, like, Mercedes Moné, I think that's a promo back to back. And Adam Copeland's really furious. We need to go again into this because, as you know, I have been really fucking tired of seeing Adam Copeland and Christian Cage get Legends throats for a while because I think it's fucking stupid and it's just bullshit and it's absolutely annoying now to watch. So again, as Adam Copeland always goes after Christian Cage and always goes after him for months forever and ever. And they didn't even build it up for Adam Copeland to, attack Christian Cage very well and making it for a blood feud. There were some things that they didn't book well, especially the World's End situation. And they should have booked the World's End situation really well and that's on them. And yeah, definitely. They had a chance to book it well. That's on them. But it's like the fate fault of AEW to even think of, not booking a great angle for this. Edge and Christian. Adam Copeland, sorry, Adam Copeland, AEW marks. I didn't stand about that. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage go at each other, and Christian Cage, man, knows fantastic work, but I'm just sick of this gimmick and sick of what he's been doing. I want to say something new. I don't want to see this space already. I don't want to see the father stuff anymore. It's done his stuff. It's done his, he's done it for a while. That thing, since five, that's with it, or it's gone. It's kind of a little stale. It's for him not to our face, but, it's just for us and Nick Twain turning on. What happened? Who knows? That's what Adam Copeland said. Edge, he Christian Cage. that Jay didn't turn on you. So, anyways, to move on from, we move on from this stuff and we get into what else is there. Oh, that's what we get into. Man. Yeah, and then finally they get their match, and he announced that he chokes him out. He brings Spike out. That's Collision or something. And Brian Lesnar fucking with man for Shibata, which we'll just get into now. The Lost Bears match coming up with Shibata too. But it's so fucking awesome. Like wrestling was so truly at its best, at its best. And the wrestlers are, being living fab, but whatever. The blood feud and stuff, and that's too well. This team had to win. It didn't matter. It was a blood feud or not. It was on my cup of coffee, but it had to win, and it was a fucking good match. My perspective of the team, then it was a good ending. Actually, I loved it for the mishaps that really booked in between. The wrong booking decisions that are gone through, and set up WCW late WCW booking decision where they got bankrupt, or sorry, bought out, sold and then sent it on. So yeah, this is a fucking situation that WCW, wasn't in. So it was pretty funny. It was pretty fine. It was not too awesome. Really, that's a pretty nice feud. I would say after the good match, and 10 that's over, and I don't want to see Apple punishing it again to an It's just the most stupidest shit you ever think about it. I think we talked about it with Ospreay and Brian Diaz on this way, and the tag team stuff. Well, AEW is getting better. It's gone better. Samoa Joe is doing some fantastic work on his career. Torch Strickland is getting the push up his lifetime. But Frau rallying down, and it is special what's going on in professional wrestling currently. And AEW especially. See Nick Devitt as IWGP Global Champion is so fucking cool too. Like they did silly, and and then Nick Devitt also in TNA. It was kind of Prong One News. That was fun too. And Staff Ali cutting his Tombo. That we believe in Ali. That the politician thing that he was telling in WWE brought that gimmick over TNA. And it's some fucking good stuff that's going on in professional wrestling there. And this is all AEW. Probably we are only hitting on AEW, I think. Because there is probably talking about the WWE stuff, and that's what we're going to get into. But cards, these all AEW. And I think we're going to end AEW off because they did this list buying all its letters. But what I'm about to say about WWE cards, it doesn't matter. It is that lobs me. It doesn't matter what at least they're firing on all cylinders because they are WWE is far beyond that for what they are doing and what they just have pulled off recently. Anyways, we're moving into the side. WWE reviews and WWE stuff now. Just got unfortunately. I'm not saying AEW was done. Moving on. You are listening to the Wrestling is Theaters podcast. Support Wrestling is Theaters podcast at Patreon and at Google Podcasts. You can subscribe and listen to it any moment. The advertisement for this podcast ends right now. Welcome back to Wrestling is Theaters podcast. Oh, yeah. So we move on from that point of what we discussed in the previous 30 minutes, I think close to about, and move on to what is the big chapter and some review that we did talk about for WWE, now all WWE stuff related. So, we're gonna start off with the Chad Gable and Gunther and Sami Zayn story. Man, again, the point of view where we described about this before, that how we feel, and should Chad Gable have been a Sami Zayn and faced onto WrestleMania, wasn't a great decision. Fans are upset about it. Was it that stupid to do that shit? Was it that stupid to say, oh, Sami Zayn, should beat Chad Gable and face Gunther WrestleMania? We get our answers in the next to a couple of weeks. And man, that's been incredible. Chat, I'm bringing up the saying that I needed this win. You took this away for I needed this win. Again, that Rocky storyline that they're trying to tell. And I'll really not see Rocky that much, so I know about it. I think I'll see a bit of like, but back to life. The Rocky storyline that they're trying to tell, Chad Gable is the saying that I needed this, and he took away from my kid. But that Sami saying it was like Sami, I'll just come back. When he said that, he took it over on it. I think Sami also has a kid, and then Sami said that he does have a kid. Then when said, I think it sounds about my kid's also cries on the doll or something. It's something like that. But I go when dad also loses, so that's leaving my kid to start feel that way. So so Sami Zayn also had a big play there. It was not like Sami Zayn was just doing it for Gunther, and he was like, I also have the same feelings, chat. But Chad Gable get him more reason to do it because he made his daughter cry. And fuck you, Wrestle Talk, for putting that thumbnail and picture all the time. I don't know why you fucking like Chad Gable's daughter crying right on screen. Anyways, fucking hell. So, man, professional wrestling, as a whole, is great. But this stuff I'm excited about. And then recently, seems they had a match with Bronson Reed. It's we're gonna cover, as it reviews the Space Marines. Where they said, I need to beat Bronson Reed. Chad Gable was like, you need to beat it. You need to focus on Bronson. Why you focused on Gunther? Focus on Bronson Reed. And again, for that week, Chad Gable and Gunther Sami Zayn had a conference signing. This was fucking great in my opinion. So they were 7 minutes. I'm moving on to this segment where Chad Gable and Sami Zayn is like, holy hell. I need to be Bronson. I need to get out of the way. Gable was saying, come on, you need to stop worrying about Gunther right now. You need to worry about the Bronson, because if you do, you're going to lose. And I'm going to lose to Gunther. That's why I think it can be Gunther. And it was such this little nuance. So I delved into it. I think it can't beat Gunther. But, alright, so, everybody, I think, loved that. Everybody loved that part in wrestling where a storylines are integrated in somebody's fun way, and it was in a story that is related to a movie like Raw. So can you get that? See, loses from Bronson Reed, and it was shocking. I didn't expect him to be losing from Bronson Reed as it was, but then after seeing that promo, between Chad Gable and the segment backstage, Chad Gable and Sami Zayn, it was cool. It was like, oh, makes sense how he like this get in his head, and now he said that if you wanna things do a different way, I'm here for you. If you want to do things your way, sure, do it, but that's the way. It can't be blunter. You can't people do the things your way. It's hard for you to understand, but that can't physically happen. You want to be blunter. And then and it's literally it is different way. I'm here, and that their walk off of that, and I'm really excited for the storyline. Again, everything for this WrestleMania is build up. We're just taking a real WrestleMania discussion here. Everything with this WrestleMania is build up over the hype. Like it's overhyped. It's crazy. Everything for this WrestleMania has been stupendous. Actually, stupendous. The build up and everything. Now we get into the tag team stuff, tag team ladder match, which has also been really built up. That spot where first of all, New Day and Ning Day and Miz and Arcs, New Day DIY are talking backstage, and I think that's where you see where what do you see really? You didn't DIY? No. Let's first see Drew McIntyre, Paul Heyman were still made that later on, but a great segment backstage. Then a five-little match, which got DQ'd with Judgment Day coming out and looking like monsters straight up and making them so strong to build up WrestleMania. Our truth spot, funny, his commentary was so good. Excited for this tag team ladder match. And there have been rumors again, that Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy is mates. But Matt Hardy was on Raw, so there are rumors that Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy are heading over to WWE again. Just rumors. God. So. I think that's a fantastic thing for them. I want to see Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy wrestle Edge and Christian on Double or Nothing. That's what I want to see. Even with these so-called, Wolvers, and say. Moving on, fun. There's rumors now, and could happen, couldn't. That I want to see Edge and Christian versus the Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy at the World Cup community them and Double or Nothing. So forget about this bullshit or just cocked noise. Well, you should know about it because this counts and which will be talked about here. Yeah, so I think there's a ladder match thing that seems hype. Now we get into so Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley. So Rhea Ripley comes out and then she talks to one of her, talks about how viral she went, and then everybody knows how viral she went. Also how destructive she has been, dominating the women's division for the entire year so far, close to 1 year now. And then Becky Lynch comes out and says to this is that they stare down, they talk about stuff. It's up what did you and then she pointed out the fact that you shake their ass for the people on the internet, like bust one ass and destroy. And that's still cool Roman back. Or I'll just get down to saying really points here. So again, that viral video, I think it's like I'll share it to this clip is fucking hilarious. And then and Buddy Matthews saying on Twitter that I get this every day. Wow, what is that? It's the so in just to say that what it was, and it's Shayna. Is there slot too? No, Samantha was fucking hilarious, and then somebody giving an ass nag. Holy shit, this was fucking stupid. It's hilarious. All right, moving on from this bull crap color that I about. And hilarious too. So and said Becky really potted all of his curves. So he saying that you shake your ass on the internet. but I bust my ass. And then she later on started going deep and deep. Then I was in the backbone, I was like carrying this, and then she says, and then Rhea Ripley gets pursed, and she bought the infant daughter. She's had the non-pregnant from my daughter again. She starts waiting from her dad and how she felt about their dad and their relationship, and that connection. And it started with the daughter. I want to be the best mother, and I know I am the best mother. I was the best mother to that little girl, and like, and you could say, and it felt like a character talking. It felt like a mom. It felt like a woman talking about how I had been, and it's Rhea also felt bad about that. I could see a little bit out of character. Rhea Ripley was all like, even in character, I think somebody would feel terrible at saying that because Becky Lynch cut the most scathing, like emotional promo was like, and he was close to bringing Spades made here. And I think it brought stars to like little tears and stuff because it was this promo that like it was real. There was nothing scripted about that. It felt real. It felt organic. It felt because that's how mothers want to do. They want to be the best for their parents, and that's the situation in reality. It's not WWE being scripted and putting on a scripted show and saying that Becky Lynch and the daughter blah blah blah. That was actually, I guess, so emotional. People, probably someone user made fun of it, but in the songs that they made fun of, it was a good segment, and that's a problem by Becky at the end. Crying and almost in tears, talking to her father again. Just good stuff. Just some good stuff. Enjoyed it, and then she gets in Rhea's space, and then they started, and Dominic comes out of nowhere, and then Becky punches Dominic. It was like, hello, the Becky, and like punches him right in his on his face. Boom, like knocks his jaw out. So Ricky and Becky Lynch start beating the shit out of each other, fighting and then fighting and then fighting and then fighting, and they're fighting. You know what this was? Last year we were going to Charlotte, if you remember that one. And on SCW there's a booking video that was like the full isolated kid. The match popped up. This match is much better with the deal than the build up, obviously. That build up was good at best, but this is fantastic. And the state spot as last time talked about Ripley and Charlotte is in the same thing. Becky Lynch and Ripley, what a brawl, getting things up. Things are getting too far, aren't they? All right. Now we're moving on from a lot of stuff here, right? There's this stuff how I can just go in with this stuff how, and then and we did it in tag team stuff. They have been really showing it out with these nonsense, but my problem with the tag team stuff is that from in authors of pay, okay, they don't qualify, sure. It was shocking to me. I was expecting to qualify really. But then you have the OC lose to Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, which will bring the stock up, but the OC is almost dead factions currently. And I like tag team wrestling a lot. And this, this whatever they tried to run this gauntlet, not gauntlet, but like whatever they carved into this book, it was so fantastic. It was special. It was unique. It was like, oh my god, they did this. And put out some banger 5-star professional matches, in my opinion. Actually, some great wrestling matches. Creed versus DIY was so good. Oh my god, it's some of the best tag team matches I've seen this year. And last year, it was a match. Creed are the fucking deal. They know how to get. With Vince McMahon involved, this match would have barely gotten any stars. Would have been a dud of a shit notable match. So we'll move on from this dud load or shit load or match, right? To sorry, to W's and W. Sorry, one over that on. Yeah, this is what like it's hard to symbol match. And so I thought it's a little my mistake. This was a pretty good match, but legends, as was said. And reporting on Vince, not talking about Vince really anymore. But we need to get on another topic here. Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, is under talks of coming back to WWE. How true will that be? We don't know. We'll see if that happens at WrestleMania out of nowhere. But excited for that, I think. Because Brock doesn't deserve this. This is Vince's intestine. Vince is still a piece of shit. And I don't know if Brock was at least involved in this, but apparently he is. I don't know. Involved with Vince just couldn't. With all honesty, Brock Lesnar's career not diminished because the streak moment was great. Everything's done in his career. Brock Lesnar is a freak athlete, freak nature from UFC and everything he's done, I want him to get his last moment that he wants. Because he deserves. He deserves a last round where he can goes on a retirement run or something. Do something like that, give Brock his flowers when he's around. And keep them their flowers when they're around. That's the worst thing we should think about now. I give Cody Rhodes his flowers. They give Roman his flowers. And Roman said this is the name of flowers for him. Wow. It makes sense. They're supposed to give you flowers. They're the one doing the best work on their career. Alright, we've done a lot of stuff here, didn't we? Yeah, we talked about professional wrestling, we talked about, a lot of stuff. We're moving on to the... I hope Brock comes back before I get into that. Anyways, moving on from that to... That was the last we never recorded yet. Up to date. And Jake Cargill, some issues going on. I don't know about that, first of all. We might need to some check into that. Jake Cargill, I don't know what's going on. Some long Western Interest podcast, and I hope you're here for this because this is a long podcast. I think it's going to go an hour or something, sure. Probably big time, it's going to go an hour, I think. So Jake Cargill, I think she is not ready. That's the situation we're working on right now. Jake Cargill isn't ready for, WrestleMania or something. That's what we're looking at, I think. Jake Cargill ain't ready for WrestleMania. But yeah, this has been going on for a while. Let's see. And then it kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't. At least it does make a little sense. I get it. She is not ready, but I'll show her. And we could have had Jake Cargill making a big star, and we still don't know if she probably she could be wrestling Nia Jax, but I'm not sure about that. Probably that's the storyline we're heading later to. That doesn't need some build up, in my opinion. I think I would be interested in any moment of the week. I want to see Jake Cargill and Nia Jax wrestling. I hope that happens, but this is a really hard story that we really don't need to discuss. Now, something about a Nova Rays there was going to be really need to discuss what's going on. Typically, Yeah, so the Roman Reigns received backlash. This is a while back. It's like almost a month ago or something, but I never really got into this. So, right, the Roman Reigns just started receiving backlash, and as we use social media to backlash comments or something. Like, come up with us raw road jerk from so many around stuff to be stopped to bar hung water. Oh, okay. The gay thing. It's all like Seth Rollins is acting all hunky dory and wearing all that flapper and stuff and being over at the top. And people like that's cool, that's fine to do, and like women had no business talking about that. That's what it's really about, and that's what I would think would get canceled verbally to if she to call them this, and people thought that's too far and down, just contender. And FICO really reported on this, and wow. Well, they read more reports here, but anyway, we're not going to get more reports here. Um, that is something. That's what I was thinking. That was the situation. Is it canceled? Maybe because makes sense because people have their opinions, and I would give you my opinion because I don't know really, because I don't really love stuff and like Seth does. Not that much, but sometimes you feel not to get out of your way and do that because it makes you feel yourself. It makes you feel cool and flagrant, over the top and sexy and all that stuff. It makes you feel great. So people who do that, good for them. But uh, cross duster, okay, Roman. Well, he was about to get canceled. Oh boy, oh boy. Ain't hunky dory as well as before. Um, yeah. So we'll move on from this. Now with you, we've covered most of the important stuff here. Logan Paul and Kiss, that segment they had. Holy heck. Let me talk about Logan Paul. He's been actually fantastic, I have to say. In the ring, outside the ring. Even in media, he is such a good, like he's an influencer. He's an influencer, who was like popular, really popular. Really glad that he read the buzz again too. And his fans are gonna watch WWE. His non-fans probably are gonna watch the WWE because of that. So him as a champion, so it's crowd I feel it's pretty good. It's stuff that I've been really not particularly seen about, but it's been like I know he's a US fan. He's made that title relevant again. Like that championship, he takes it all over the media tours everywhere. This podcast and Pro said. And now he had a few Kevin Owens that then if he went out to have a feud with Randy Orton, then turned into a feud again with Kevin Owens. I believe it's going to be Logan Paul versus Randy Orton at SummerSlam. I'm expecting that to happen. That makes most sense. Or the best, who knows? But yeah, this is a crazy time that arrested Nelly a part of. Really, if you think about it, it is a crazy time. And the WWE, the Logan Paul is doing some good with it. And we're up to his Southern Paul said he talked about it later on. Literally talked about that in terms of, that was interesting to probably discussed a lot of her, love, how much love she gets from the simps and wrestling marks, the wrestling simps that cannot take a second to pleasurize themselves with picture or an astic and pro wrestling. Anyways, that's what wrestling fans are, especially the simp perverts or whatever. I think we're done to talk about everything this related. I really need to discuss now. This person in Miss Bogus in the car, but they discussed everything we tried to load. Now we discuss The Rock, Cody, Sept, Jay, Jimmy, Solo, Roman. Alright, that's when we discuss the Bloodline and Heyman and CL Punk and Drew McIntyre. That's where we're off. Because And internally, all the storylines are connected to each other in some kinds of way. I'm not gonna just Bobby Lashley character because that thing has been really not working. Is they might have tried their hardest, but it didn't work because I don't think it could get that much passionate love compared to what we're having currently. But I wish Bobby Lashley can wrestles at WrestleMania because like LA was there, Bobby was there, they could have had that match. And no reason to do that, sediments with Pat McAfee or something. That was too long. I think from Daryl, that sediment a bit like that, you know, stuff could have happened with the Chase Taylor last year. Anyways, moving on, from that stuff. So I believe I already talked about Cody's popularity and why we want Cody and why we want Cody to finish the story. He is the guy to finish the story. There's no other guy than Cody. And to come back to why this one thing, and I clearly remember all wrestling fans were very sick of seeing Cody versus Roman again at WrestleMania and how the tables and turned this fucking crazy. This is for CM Punk got in first. CM Punk was so thrilled that he wanted to see and to make him at night to elevate that championship and give Seth Rollins his main event. He walks into WrestleMania as world champion. We wanted to see that in the main event of WrestleMania. Night 2 actually. Who would say now that how this storyline has done all of it? So Cody has been Cody came out with Seth and Roman, and boy oh boy, those two went at each other's throats. Like, they went at Raw and Roman, and then cutting promos at each other for a while. So they came out at Rock and Roman, and I was like, holy shit. Oh, they're doing it. Oh, they're really doing it. They're doing, this thing that Cody Rhodes is talking about. So it wasn't like crazy at all, There's some stuff that would be crazy about it, really. So, again, shocker that they're actually doing it. They're doing this thing right up one time again, people. But they're doing this. So I'll catch you up again. I think was a lot of them to cover. Now we go into the Bloodline and Drew McIntyre, and so I'll see you in a little bit. Transitioning after a short break to come back to talk about Wrestling History's podcast again.
You are listening to the Wrestling is Theaters podcast. Support Wrestling is Theaters podcast at Patreon and at Google Podcasts. You can subscribe and listen to it any moment. The advertisement for this podcast ends right now.
So, hello. Welcome to Wrestling History's podcast. Folks, if you're enjoying this, touch on Patreon too. Support the SDW and Wrestling History's podcast too. And you can be a part of the host as well in the Alana. That's up to you. So Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins came out and they had a fantastic promo with the Rock and Roman. That segment was so good. It was the Headman Cody and Seth did Rock and Roman for a while and then finally met each other. Now the next, that Monday, that other Mondays, Seth and this will be all mixed up together with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. Seth and Cody came out and talked about that and can give him the championship too. His dad making surely bestow it upon Michelle Gudio, his mom. I think we're not over an hour though, but it doesn't matter. This is not like third last thing, the final thing we're done talking about. Cody Rhodes then goes on to talk about his mom and cries about her wrestling or something, and then on SmackDown, well, holy hell, Hell was about to get loses close to 2 weeks ago, I think, getting now. The Rock comes out in full heel Hollywood final boss rock with the entrance, popping out of nowhere like Thanos, this big gigantic. He looks like Thanos, swear. The Rock is more like Thanos than Roman is. Roman is like, I don't know, low key. I'm not saying that big of a star. You can let us for it. So he just comes out and he's like takes like this, and then the crowd is cheering him with the rocks, and he's like, and then in Memphis, Tennessee, it stops what his old name fucks Tabana. Says what kind of fucking thing I was thinking of that man. If you don't fucks Tabana, you know fucks Tabana. So it was cool, but then he goes on slowly. He sings but does a rock concert, so fucking entertaining. Like then he he makes a parsets in it. You tell you makes some references. He calls Cody weird and showed a picture of Stardust. And so and was Seth Rollins, but saying the second most popular in your own household. And the same fight and bike is more popular than you, or walking clown emoji. And Seth actually is a walking clown emoji if you think about it. He is the rocket line. He is a freaking walking clown emoji, kissing the low. His intentions are great, but his characters are over the top, and that makes him the walking clown emoji. So, like whenever he says that walking clown emoji, Seth Rollins, and he has cut some great promos on Instagram. Post some I've not seen, but still. A rock concert was hilarious. Put some mainstream efforts into. Then brought up Cody Rhodes in the Mama Boy. They said, all y'all are Mama Boys too. I'm not Rock's a Mama Boy. Cody Rhodes is Mama Boy. And then he slowly, and surely said, the crowd was so serious. And it made sense because he was in Memphis, Tennessee. It was Charlie's Western career. He got cheered here. But then the last second of the stuff he started saying, like, I want to talk about Road especially. Because like Cody was crying and he made fun of Cody crying in wrestling and stuff. They said, I'm gonna put your blood and I'm gonna whip him. And I was whip him up and gonna put your his blood. Next to this man was just gonna get a felt. It's like, hey, what the fuck? What are you talking about? And his put his blood. I was like, oh, all right. This is literally this thing fucking. I was like, now Cody has to, because now Cody does not need to be. Oh, what do you want to talk about? No need to be PG. No need to be kid friendly. Now you have to sell in and be cool and be courageous. Be courageous, whatever. Be awesome. And that's what Cody did. There's a little comparison to the AEW promo that we did on STW, that how everybody felt about this Carney Succubus. Although Carney Succubus, it was so good. It was like, and then called an LDS little syndrome. I could have said it for it all and be song or demonetized. Sorry, my bad. He said that shit, and everyone's like, "Holy fuck!" He said, "Oh my god!" And then he said that my mom is afraid of you. She beat up a cop, Willie Nelson's contract. Like, holy fuck! Like that little stuff he brought up is hilarious. He went in on the Rock on that promo. Really said some mean ass shit on that promo. Compared to this promo, let's push out the Cardi Succubus, you stupid dick, and little dick syndrome, LDS, Cardi Succubus, you're just a whining bitch, quite some stuff. Entitled millennial bitch. There's we're narrative to the story with AEW and Cody's this promo in WWE. But it was fun. I think everybody really enjoyed it. It was a good segment. he cooked the Rock really good. Says, and I know your mom. And you see, my mom, in front of nothing, and my mom would beat up a lot of cops in a real essence contract, right? Contract. So, so now that Cody Rhodes, then, after that, Paul Heyman comes out, he says that, Roland, I have this thing for you, Cody. I'm tell you something. So Paul Heyman comes out, Cody's like, okay, all right, what you want, Paul? It's like, it's okay, Cody, relax, just relax, Cody. He's like, relax. And like, you need to say something with the good or bullying, and I'm gonna lick your throat out and both all Homelander on you. And like Sim said, Homelander, it's like, he's funny was just Homelander. So I love it. I love the boys reference there. Everybody knows Cody's Homelander. He looks like Homelander. Cody was more like Captain America, but spoiler in his story. But yeah. We'll react to another video of WWE's Marvel Saga, the Endgame or something that's on the SW channel from Justin Walker and part of the Con Creator. Go check them out. Subscribe to this channel. In moving on, Wrestling Church podcast. Now Cody Rhodes goes on and he says that, okay, Romans, like, I'm not going to bring the Usos or this out of there. I will not bring that back up there. I will come there alone. And I think Cody was not going to come there. It was predictable to know that Cody ain't coming there alone. I know Roland saw it. And then we get to SmackDown. Cody and Roman in the main event. And they go out there. Cody says to stuff to Roman. Roman says, can you trust Seth Rollins? I thought Seth was my favorite, but he betrayed me. He turned his back on him. Can you trust him, really? But it's like, I know Seth Rollins might hate my guts, but I know he hates you even more. So, but I figured that question. I was like, can you trust The Rock? And he brought that up. It's like, you're stupid. You cannot be. You're the number 2. If you're not, number 1. He's like, yeah, because everybody wants to be Roman Reigns, right? And my Cameron scope the one of Roman Reigns. I would take that. I will sure like I turn my own legacy. Somebody wants to go on me. And he really started to go work into it. And then Roman just called him stupid. You're stupid, you're dumb and stuff. And then there comes Solo, there comes Jimmy. And he says they're stupid, that's why they'll never be a champion. And now this is where the tables turned. We thought they didn't be tapped. No, Cody's smiling. He's resting in the ring, and there comes Jay self in the crowd. And there comes Seth Rollins in that whatever kind of attire, people with Iron Man, but and there comes Jay. So when it's like, and it's like Cody's world movement, and again, Rollins snapping like Thanos, like he's Thanos, but what's more like Thanos is fucking hilarious. So, in my opinion, this shit was fantastic, too. But it was not a scaring hot promo as we saw it at all from Cody. That was nice, though. It was a good moment. Avengers assembled to take up Thanos' army and Thanos. Loved it. Alright. Now we're going to get into Raw. So, on Raw, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins is having the best storylines in wrestling. I think and CM Punk involved in it. All to say about it involved on the internet and stuff through McIntyre has make so many memes and he's trolling the things he's saying about CM Punk. Is just so funny that when I hug him, I will punch him, I hug him and punch him. It's like I love the McIntyre, but it's the word he's doing. I don't hate it. I hate The Rock. I actually hate The Rock. And it's Spike. He's such a good fucking heel. Like you remember that later on. Look, Cody, like says on to Drew McIntyre. That stuff has been on Drew McIntyre, paying attention to, Seth Rollins saying that you are distracted and stuff. And we saw something different to put the storyline into even more level. So this week, finally, after I will already talked about Drew McIntyre before, this week CM Punk was in town. CM Punk showed up out of nowhere, right? Punk shows up. Punk's like, CLA, I've been really talking about something like Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. I wanna show out to Drew McIntyre, bring your ass out here, and he was like really pissed. Was that fucking will come at me in the ring, and Drew McIntyre didn't. He slowly ran her out the ring, yet he talked about the stuff. He said, "Tom, I made you relevant, consist of a lot of stuff that you know said it." And tell me he's telling lies because he actually kind of did. And think about it. Like, talk was really the talk of talk. Like, with Drew McIntyre's memes and stuff, how he talked about it, tricep and stuff. No, so CM Punk is just, saying some stuff, he like, coming the ring, and he says, who's the chosen one? I'm in shock, it's like, can they read that name? Who's his name? Say it, the ball say is the name. And like CM Punk is the way, add them, like add Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre then let CM Punk brought the two shirts. So I said, I don't need to get somebody over, to put their face on that shirt or their name on the shirt, and now iron that to the over the top. And that set finally comes out, and CM Punk is like, oh fuck, not this buffoonery. And he did that one of the great like praying me subs now, like that meme, that GIF or whatever he did say it. He got really popular for like Jewel Sia come did hey like this, and two. Then CM Punk started getting to set wrongs and Rollins says, Punk, what do I think about you? So I don't care about either you, both are hypocrites. And then Punk, what do I think about you? Was like, no, kind of so hilarious. Like, after that, I don't think anything about you. I don't even care about you. He's like, all right. And he's like, I don't want to, like, he's like, Drew McIntyre's like, why would you, do something at WrestleMania? Good idea. And CM Punk was also himself, like, that I want to be special guest referee. Should I referee the match? Is there a world championship match involved before Drew McIntyre came on? And everyone's like, holy heck, he just said that because it originally not that could be doing that. Was that I'm going to be, guest commentary, and going to get a little commentary. I think that's the match she's going to do. Maybe not. But about Roman Reigns, about Pat McAfee, that one for Drew McIntyre came out, that was hilarious as hell. A little few points Andrade and Andrade did showing. I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna get through this to the end only to end it off. So CM Punk then said some great stuff, but Pat McAfee and what Roman and how and stuff. CM Punk was just absolutely hilarious. Seth Rollins says call them both hypocrites. A great funny three-way segment. Drew McIntyre saying, "Don't look at my guilty perv." It was so good. Good stuff of wrestling. We move on from CM Punk and Drew McIntyre to like the other stuff now. So CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, and then Drew McIntyre CM Punk leaves and he says, "I will do whatever WrestleMania." It's like suddenly don't interfere in my way. I was like, so no, alright, okay, I'll do commentary for it. So yeah, so then CM Punk moves on to hit my music. He was like, get out of his things. They called both of them dipshits. And it was a great moment or stuff. We're getting a lot of experience to Roth. It felt real, it felt scripted and felt PG too much. That was such a great segment. And then CM Punk moved on, It was such a funny three-way segment. I loved it. And then Seth Rollins, it's Drew McIntyre gets so mad at CM Punk. This is what Drew McIntyre is saying to Seth Rollins. You are going to cost yourself a match. You are, this is what you're going to do. You interfere, you have no business doing this. And I'll take this championship away from you. Don't do this, Seth. Right? And then the same thing where now Drew McIntyre was so distracted by CM Punk paying on CM Punk saying some stuff almost to a wrap at CM Punk, And then Seth Rollins super kicks him out of nowhere, curb stomp like a possessed man. And then the commentator also said, that this has been going for a while. Yeah, holy hell. I'm just going to quiet to a little judgment. This segment was the best freeway segment of all time. It was the best freeway segment of all time. It was, in my opinion, one of the best segments of all time. Holy hell. So now we just have to let a match that is so flippy dippy good. JD McDonough versus Ricochet. I knew it. I knew but they're building on Ricochet. Ricochet is getting his wins back. They're making Ricochet too good. They're building up everybody for WrestleMania, making them look like a star. Ricochet comes out, and him and JD McDonough have a fucking new, not even independent indie show wrestling match of all time. It was high flying superstar, full 50 flip dips, love it. The Ricochet we wanted, and the Ricochet we were not getting for so long, and finally the Ricochet we got. It was so fucking good. I think he moved on from a lot of stuff here, right? We talked about Ricochet, and then we need some stuff like this on Raw. Everybody did. But now, to end it off, to get into this one now. Cody Rhodes starts off the show. But seeing this kind of crowd in Chicago and seeing that little Tron, it was so cool. And Cody comes out, points at everything, tells everything, says that I want a man wrestling, I'm gonna beat, and I want to point the sign, points the side of the crowd. It says the love. He says that I love this. It says that I paid for somebody's wedding, a bachelor party, and I would be the best man at Anthony's wedding. Somebody's holding a sign, and somebody did that before too. Cody, what's our kid's gender or something, So I love that stuff Cody was doing. And then finally, Cody comes out and says, some stuff. He's saying more stuff about the Rock and Roman. And then finally, all them that they called Roman's and Rock's match a lank fest. But what the fuck, Cody? I didn't really notice at first. I was like, holy fuck, Cody's all the lank fest. Then Cody Rhodes, this really good. The Rock comes out. Now he's looking like all cameras, comes out of nowhere in this small ramp. Not too big rubber ramp. And he looks like $1 billion kind of boss, actually. It was a kingpin, in my opinion, and he comes out and, absolutely says nothing. It looks like he's trying to give Cody Rhodes a hug, but, The Rock had said also, Cody, Cody Rhodes had to slap The Rock. We did that, which said that Rhodes said when Cody got his lick back, he slapped The Rock. Which was a slightly more moments, but it was an LNG moment to Cody The Rock. Sorry, Cody, there's no LNG. All right. This podcast might be going for about 1 hour, 30 minutes plus. I don't know. Cody Rhodes, now The Rock comes out and he just strongly whispers into his ear. Nobody knows what happened. And then on stage review here, and Candice LeRae. Look at that here. She has been doing one of the best work of her career. If not the greatest work of her career. Currently, not the greatest, but, still some great work on the main roster based. So, such great build up, loving heel Candice. That stuff with, the vaccine, Indie Heart collecting as a big face. It's such cool that actually it's working a little bit. Now we're moving on from that segment to a wrestling, So now let me go on to the end of the show. Jey Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This is the last thing we're talking about here. Jey Uso choosing off a lot. I was some things that happen. Jay, he's a beat Jay. Some things that would happen. Me and Cody, It went back to the artist. Jay goes out there, wrestles Nakamura. There come out of nowhere the Bloodline, Solo and Jimmy, they come out of nowhere and they attack her. Almost attacked him, but like they already cocked up the backstage and they came out again and they tried to attack him. That Cody and Seth comes forward to the age with Jay, and Jay, Michael Fall almost called a spot break early. Spears, Nakamura, and then we get to backstage. Obviously, Solo is beating beating him, Seth Rollins and stuff. We get to backstage now. This is where things are about to go fucking back. And this is what we get to know. And it will be pretty clearly known the one where Rock is there say. He's been saying for a while, I'm gonna make you leave. So the Rock, Cody Rhodes is beating up the third piss out of Jimmy, so he's beating the hell out of him. He's not letting it go. He's the crafts, and out of nowhere, those ones and he smacks Cody in the back, and then he fucking absolutely derailed his lemma like a rat dog, like a rat, a sack, like a fucking mixing his bitch straight up, beat the shit out of him, like it kind of like and the dad doing to a kid, I saw that. It's amazing. He absolutely whooped the crap out of Floyd, beat the fuck out of him, beat his ass, and kept on cutting a elbow in between, and kept on saying talking shit. And then now the Rock is absolutely beating the shit out of Cody. As well, it's the last point we need to talk about. Rock is, well, this is something you don't see that much. He's being the piss out of him, swearing like fucking crazy, and beating the piss out of Cody. And now we head over to the outside, and we see Cody's bus, and they're like, oh, and it's freaking raining, and the shot is so good. Now Cody Rhodes is getting his ass beat like crazy. He's getting his ass beat like crazy. The Rock then proceeds to throw him off. The throwing for him, I thought it throw him off the ledge, but not. He beats to throw his head over his bus tour, his bus over his bus with Pharaoh on it, and inside he the dog. But he kept on throwing him on it. And then slowly starts standing for him. He's like, Cody, you took this from me. You did this to yourself. And then he saw his he was laughing, then he's laughing. And slowly but surely, he shows up, it shows Cody's face. And it's big. And I'm like, holy fuck, this suddenly is great. Cody Rhodes will either make a like a stuffed dick, but he will bleeding, it turns a mask all over, say some acting kind of is busted open, and he beat the fuck out of it, and he slowly took the blood, punched his face again, and made him bleed more, and then he took his blood and put it on his weight belt, put it on his hands. Says it didn't have to be this way, but this was the on. And then you see Cody Rhodes lying on the ground. What a segment. What a fucking great segment, in my opinion. It was mind-blowingly the best shit you see in wrestling, if you think about it. This Raw is going to be going down as like the top 5 Raws of all time. This is the best WWE shows of all time. None. This is the best WWE shows of all time. The best angle in fucking forever. Great Raw. The best Raw I have ever seen. I think ever. I'm serious. This is the best Monday Night Raw I have ever seen. Nothing compared. I've seen some great wrestling shows. I've seen AEW, TNA put up some good shows. Nothing compares to what this Monday Night Raw. This Monday Night Raw was killer. It's a banger for Monday Night Raw. There was nothing that was bad on this. The build-up was great. And now I'm ready to see the go-home show for Raw. I hope they do it, and should make it much better. But this has made WrestleMania in the build even the greatest WrestleMania of all time. This might go down as the greatest WrestleMania of all time. And again, a shot we discussed where we saw Cena and Austin and the back, on the production truck. That was interesting. A little spot fest we used to scarce. But again, man, what a crazy Raw. What a couple of one of the best World WrestleManias of all time. Professional wrestling is so cool that AEW did what they're doing. You highlight some stuff. TNA is doing something fine too. And like Nick Nemeth, that he's doing the IWGP Global Champion in New Japan. And and like AEW is doing it like with Mercedes Moné signing her. Wrestling feels cool at every aspect of professional wrestling. WWE, the main thing in the wrestling is WWE. They feel cool. And it's because of The Rock that he has not been telling lies. He's been spitting straight up facts here. And man, what a time away for me and a wrestling fan to see the best episode of Monday Raw. And this might go down as people will be saying, this years later, a long time from now, people will be saying, best wrestling episode, one of the best wrestling episodes of all time. We're going to review this episode. We'll talk about this episode forever and ever. What we saw was history. And we might not see this in a very long time. And probably hopefully do every day, but, this is fantastic. Comment down below what do you think about Raw, what do you think about episode what do you think about everything going on wrestling. This is one of the longest ever Wrestling is Fools podcast. Never ever have I have to say it. This episode has been never that long. Raw was fantastic. WWE is on top. Everything they've done is up top. Bleeding Cody Rhodes on the episode of Raw was shocking. And it makes a lot less, this thing blood more cool and stuff. And man, it's time for the WrestleMania now. I think I'm tired out of my existence or this Wrestlingers podcast, and I think they decided off now. Police says rumors, reports, this is the best. It's the longest Wrestlingers podcast. I hope you watch this because holy hell, put up a banger of the Wrestlingers podcast it's been ever on. So yeah, hopefully you watch this. We're 1 hour, 30 minutes plus probably now, I think. And this was a fucking great podcast. Oh, it was a long-awaited podcast. I think I will be ending it. So goodbye from Wrestling History's podcast. It's been a minute. I think we're starting our email. It's where we talk about, keeping the email us and talk about stuff here at Wrestling History's podcast. It tells us what to talk about. It's Spade. I think something at Spade Dirt. She's about it. Moving on, and we have a dirt sheet. We read also the reports, and I hope you can listen to it. Anyways, the Spades out, SWS, speaking out from the Wrestling History's podcast.